just seen the McLaren team give Prost a signal, a major signal. I can't see it because the wording was on the other side, but I suspect that it said elbow out, Alboreto out, and that will be a song of words of joy to Alain Prost. Although he wishes his Italian rival no ill, he certainly wouldn't want him to finish the race in the first 6. He knows he's not going to, but he's only just in the points himself. He may not be very much longer if Jacques Lafitte goes on the way he is doing, because now the Pirelli tyres on Lafitte's Ligier, which take a long time to warm up, are good and warm, and we know that Lafitte is on a harder tyre compound in his Pirellis than Prost is on his Goodyears.
I've just had a look. Johansson's left rear doesn't look very healthy. I think Johansson is a bit grained up. You look at his left rear tyre and you will see that half of the tread is a bit marked. That's graining, and that means it won't be producing the grip that he would like, which is why Lafitte has been able to catch. And of course, now there you see a shot of the left rear tyre. That is, believe me, a rear tyre in less than perfect condition.
Amazingly, we still do not have a new lap record. 1980, Didier Pironi created a lap record in 1 minute 12.4, 130 miles an hour, and the fastest lap we've had so far is Keke Rosberg on lap 10, 1 minute 13 seconds, and it's Stefan Johansson 5th, Prost there 6th, and Lafitte 7th. What a race for the Britons as Nigel Mansell Lafitte goes through, and he has displaced Prost. Prost is now out of the points in this crucial race to him, with Jacques Lafitte moving up to 6th place, with Johansson 5th, Sura 4th, De Angelis 3rd, Senna 2nd. Nigel Mansell is in the lead, the leading British driver. Martin Brundle is in 8th position, and John Watson is 16th.
I don't think Prost will be too concerned about being displaced by Jacques Lafitte, who has every reason to charge, and Prost has every reason not to. In fact, he would enjoy Lafitte dealing with Stefan Johansson, as he does, and so Lafitte moves up 2 places in less than a lap, and is really on the charge. I think probably that Prost will have seen that Johansson is in tyre trouble, and will be happy to wait and let Johansson make what would appear to me to be a relatively inevitable pit stop.
Well, Lafitte is driving magnificently. Enormous pleasure, of course, for Gérard Larousse and Michel Tetou, the men who left Renault in pretty unpleasant circumstances for them at the end of last year and went to Ligier, and now they've had the bitter satisfaction of seeing Renault pull out of racing, while the Ligiers that they have inspired this season have got better and better, faster and faster, and further up the places, with Streff starting this race in 5th position on the grid, and now Jacques Lafitte is up to that 5th position, with Sura, De Angelis, Senna and Mansell in front of him, and as you see, Nigel Mansell is nearly 10 seconds ahead of Senna, who is 3 seconds ahead of De Angelis, who's got Sura right behind him, and then Johansson and Lafitte are only about 6 seconds behind Sura, with, of course, Lafitte now up to 5th place, and there he is.
Yes, Lafitte going very well, and it's good to see that and there's Sura having a look at De Angelis, and it is good to see that the Pirelli-tyred cars are very competitive here, and now Sura challenging down the back straight. He's got the inside line, and he makes it. Sura late on the brakes. Moves up into 3rd place. So Marc Sura taking up the cudgels very well for his unfortunate teammate Nelson Piquet, who of course was put out with by the incident that was really nothing to do with him between Rosberg and Senna. So Nigel Mansell driving very calmly, very sensibly. The Williams has been good all weekend. He qualified well, and he now has something around an 11-second lead. So Mansell in a very commanding position at the moment.
And he's just lapped the young 22-year-old Ivan Capelli in his first Grand Prix, Capelli. So there is Mansell, race leader on lap 22, out of 75. Now the next British driver is Martin Brundle, who is in 8th position, and Sura, while I talk to you, has passed Elio De Angelis into 4th position. Brundle then in 8th place. John Watson is plugging along well in his return to Grand Prix racing. He is in 16th place.
So Lafitte is the quickest man on the circuit at the moment, going very well indeed. But British eyes or British fans must all be focused on Nigel Mansell. He's never yet won a Grand Prix, and how he and all his fans would just love to do it on home ground and break his duck here at Brands Hatch.
There he goes. The man from Port Erin. This is his 72nd Grand Prix. 1 second place, 5 third places, 3 fourth places, 1 pole position, 51 points, 7 times a kart champion. Then up the racing ladder through Formula 3, Formula 2 driving the Ralt Honda, then into Formula 1 for 4 years under the leadership of Colin Chapman with the JPS Lotus team. This year to the Williams Honda team, and as I said earlier on, he is like a new man, and look at him go.
And Mark Sura, having disposed of De Angelis, has pulled away from him very quickly and is catching Ayrton Senna fast.
This is incredible because Mark Sura, who is regarded as the steady, quiet man of Grand Prix racing, which he is a very underestimated man. He started his Grand Prix racing career with ATS Ensign Theodore, then he was in the Arrows team. Now we're looking at Nigel Mansell, and there's Philippe Alliot, who is going well. The Frenchman, he's in 18th position, but usually in the past he's been out of the race long before this. We're now on lap 24 with 51 laps to go, including this one, as we look at Nigel Mansell, who took the lead on lap 9. There is Ayrton Senna still in that second position, but with Mark Sura gaining on him fast. You'll see 2 very different looking motor cars, and there is Sura. Ayrton Senna, twice a Grand Prix winner this year, 3rd in the championship, 1 point ahead of his teammate Elio De Angelis, who is in 4th place. Both the JPS Lotus cars are in the top point scoring 6 positions. And Jacques Lafitte now has passed Elio De Angelis. There's the second, Senna, 3rd Sura. Jacques Lafitte is up to 4th place. De Angelis is down to 5th.
Well, what was looking quite a comfortable situation for Nigel Mansell is now being made to look a bit uncomfortable by Jacques Lafitte, who's driving an absolutely storming race coming through, and the Pirelli tyres really seem to be working, because there is Mark Sura, who's now hounding Ayrton Senna, and behind him is Lafitte catching the pair of them. And here is Lafitte, and we'll just keep an eye on that gap, but I don't think it's going to take him long to catch him.
And the gap between Nigel Mansell and Senna is now 12 seconds. There is Lafitte in 4th place, and there are Sura and Senna, and that is Lafitte. So we've got the first, the second, third and fourth virtually in the same shot on the circuit on lap 25. This is the 1/3 distance, and it's Senna second, Sura third. That man, Jacques Lafitte, 4th.
Yes, but I'm looking at Lafitte's tyres, and they don't look that well to me. I think he might even have a blister on his right front. Just have a look at his tyres. The right front certainly seems to be marked up a bit. As usual, the teams, of course, running the softest compounds that they dare, because the softer the rubber, the quicker it goes, until, of course, you overheat it.
That's Christian Danner, who is last in the race at the moment in the red and white car number 30, the Zach Speed. And what has happened to Alain Prost, you may be asking? The answer is that he's still out of the points. He is in 7th place only, 13 seconds ahead of Martin Brundle, who is in 8th position. We're on lap 26 now. It's a 75-lap race. John Watson is starting to charge. the race order on lap 26. Nigel Mansell leads. Ayrton Senna second, in 12 seconds behind him. Mark Surer is catching Senna. There is the second place man. Fourth is Jacques Lafitte. Fifth is Elio De Angelis. As you look at Senna and Surer, with Lafitte catching both of them fast. Fifth is De Angelis. Sixth is Johansson. Seventh is Prost. Eighth is Brundle. Ninth is Trent. 10th is Boutsen. 11th is Cheever. 12th is Patrese. And Watson is now 16th. For second position, Ayrton Senna, Mark Surer, who comes from near Bâle, 34 years old, and he's going to take that second place, I do believe, and he could